Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Injustice 2 Mobile. So guys, in this video, it's such a topic that I was looking forward to cover from a long time, in this video, I'm going to show you that things that you can do which will improve your roster in Injustice 2 Mobile. Alright guys, so let's just go into the roster first. Okay guys, so this is my main account, and the way that I have progressed in this account is probably a perfect example for you guys to build your characters and your roster too. So there are a few things that I wanted to say before we start off the video. That first thing is that this is based on my experience completely. Your views might be a little bit different than mine, so you can just let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe you might have a good idea about improving the roster and Injustice too. So please let me know your thoughts, on how you can actually, improve your roster in this particular game in the comments. All right, guys. So one last thing, that if you are new to the channel and if you are watching this video for the first time, I would like to tell you to please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell notification for further updates on videos just like this. All right, guys. So how exactly you can improve your roster, the things that you can do. So I'm going to talk about the characters that you need to build, good and the bad ones, the resources, that how exactly you need to spend your resources, and how exactly you need to manage your team. Basically, the three characters that you have, how exactly to manage those in order to get a higher ranking in Champions Arena and in Arena. And as well as I'm going to talk about a few solo raid teams which will help you to get more damage in solo raids, and eventually get some more characters out of solo raids and obviously league raids. So let's start off with the roster itself. Now, if you take a look at this, guys, you will pretty much understand by itself that most of my characters that are at 7 stars are all damage dealers. Take a look at this: Multiverse Armored Supergirl, Harley Quinn, Last Love the Joker, Batman Ninja, Catwoman, King of Atlantis Aquaman, Silverband, she's a damage dealer, Justice League Flash is a damage dealer. And now when I'm done building most of these damage dealers, I have jumped on to work a little bit on my support characters. Now the thing that is, you need to remember that whenever you start playing Injustice 2, maybe you are a beginner, maybe you've just started playing the game like a couple of weeks ago, just don't spend your resources on any stupid character. That there are some characters which probably should not even exist in this game. Characters like Swamp Thing, characters like Cheetah, and many more. So if in case you are a beginner, I need to let you know that there are four kind of characters, four types of characters in this game. The first one is obviously the damage dealers, which is the one that I just showed you, which are on 7 stars. The second one is the support characters. They will either tank your super move, or they can either help you with their passive abilities to increase the damage of your damage dealer. And then there is support characters are basically tanks and combo builders together. So combo builders are characters like Multiverse the Flash, Reverse Flash, and mostly Flash characters. And there are other combo builders as well, which you can basically, you just need to put in some extra stats like fast attack chance onto those characters, and they will, basically increase the combo of the basic hits, right? So, you need to make sure that whenever you start playing the game, even if you are an intermediate player, like you have already played this game for like 2-3 months, and now you are stuck in between of your roster, you just don't know which character to build, you just cannot rank higher in Arena and Champions Arena. So you need to make sure that the first few characters that you are spending your resources on should only be your damage dealers. Okay, now take a look at my support characters. Now, Shazam is a support character, and his gears are not yet on level 60. All of them are not on level 60. Two of them are, but 3 of them are not. So I haven't really, focused any on any of my support characters, take a look at Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash is support character for Silver Banshee. Most of these gears that are on level 60, I have either received them from the raid drops, or yeah, I think that is the only way to get level 60 gears. Take a look at Entangling Poison Ivy. She is not even having any of the gears at level 60, so I will work on them because I've already done working on my, damage dealers, right? So this is what you need to focus on, guys. Focus on damage dealers first, then you can move on. And what you can do is first try to get all the gears of your particular damage dealer. Like for example, say King of Atlantis Aquaman. If you just unlock the guy, you just need to make sure that you get these gears of this guy to level 40, then move on to the next damage dealer, get their gears to level 40, at least have 3 damage dealers at level 40, and then you can move back to the first one, take the gears to level 70, eventually move back to the second and the third one. You need to have at least 3 good teams, and for that you need to have 3 good damage dealers. Okay, now there are some gold characters, basically like Batman, Ninja, Catwoman, whose gears are a bit difficult to find, but there is a way, like you can get them through from the chests, and yeah, for that you need to have a lot of gems too. But yeah, there is a way to get the gears. It's just a bit difficult than the other characters. Heartbreaker Harley Quinn gears are easily accessible through chests as well, but you would need to have more gems for that particular chest too. So whenever you get the gears, make sure that you only upgrade your damage dealers first, and then after that move on to your support characters, which are the combo builders and tanks. All right, guys. So now the other mistake that people usually do is that they look at these these legendary characters, and they just go for them. They think that it's better to have a legendary character than having a gold character, which is not bad, which is not a wrong thing to do. But there are certain legendary characters which you really don't want in your team. Characters like, Wonder Woman, Golden Armor Wonder Woman. If you open that chest, that character and all is not good. There are some characters like Justice League Superman, which may be good in the arena, but when it comes to the raids, he's just not good. So, initially I would say that whenever you are planning to, go for a legendary character, your roster at least should have 4 to 5 good teams. And I'm not talking about the characters, okay? I'm talking about the teams that can do the damage. And then you can think about, opening some legendary chests. And that too has a bit of a catch. Which chest you need to open, which chest you need to not open, which we will talk about it in the further part of the video. So yes, first, as I said, make sure that you build your damage dealers, then go for the support characters. And when you have at least 4 to 5 good teams, totally build, like I'm talking about level 70 gears, okay, and at least 4 or 5 stars. And at that point you can think about not even 4, man. You need to have them at least at 5 or 6 stars. 5 stars is where the passives will get maxed out. So at least 5-star damage dealer with a full team like King, Shazam, and Dr. Fate. Yeah, and then maybe Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, Last Love the Joker, and EPI. And if you're looking forward to getting multiverse team as well, then obviously you need to have the Flash, Supergirl, and then the third character you can play around with. Maybe you can use Red Hood. So yes, and let's what, guys, let's move on into the store, because since we talked about opening the chests as well, I'm going to show you that there are a few chests that you need to avoid opening, and there are a few chests which you can open initially to improve your roster and to get more characters. Now take a look at these chests. Now pretty much, if you ask me, all of these chests are pretty much something that I would never open, even as a beginner. Yes, there are some things that you need to take care of before you open the chest. Like, you need to see your characters that you have. You need to see which characters you want, and then you need to open the chest accordingly. So now take a look at this chest, Hush Premium Hero chest. Now this chest doesn't look that bad, but the characters that you're going to get from this chest, the main character that you're going to get is Hush. Now you just ask yourself a question, that is this the character that I want? Is this the character that will actually do any damage in the solo raids or league raids? And the answer to that is no. This character is not a perfect character for raids. He is good in the arena and champions arena, but initially you need to build, as I said, you need to build characters which will do good damage in raids. And this is just not the character for raids. But yes, there are some other characters as well, but you really don't want to open this chest just because you think you feel lucky that you might get a Harley Quinn out of this chest. There are some certain chests that you should open in order to improve your roster, which are chests like LOA chest, and a chest like the Justice League chest is also there. It's a good one. I think it's a bit costlier, but I think you can still open it to get some shards if you want to. And then there are chests like the Batman Ninja chest, because Batman Ninja team is one of the best damage dealing team. And then if you talk about the premium hero chest, I think the best premium hero chest that you can open in 250 gems is a Silver Banshee premium hero chest. Okay, that is one hell of a damage dealer. It's a basic gold, but when it comes to raids and solo raids, she can do like a ton of damage, even being just a gold character. So instead of opening this or this, you need to open Silver Banshee premium hero chest, and that chest will give you a really good character which you can use in a long term. Okay, and now look, there are some chests like Final Crisis chest, which we had a couple of I think a couple of days ago, and that chest is a total crap. Don't fall for those kind of chest. It, even though it was on sale, I still think that a chest like that is not good at all. But there are some chests which will offer you like 8% chances for getting a legendary character. The chest that I just opened a few days ago, the chances for getting Gorilla Grodd, and I'm talking about Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd, was 8%. Okay, now that is one chest that you should open. I actually did open like 5 of those chests, and I got one legendary Gorilla Grodd out of that. And you need Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd in order to complete that team, right? So these are the kind of chests that you need to open. Stay away from the hero's chest. This chest is total crap. You might get excited just taking a look at 150 gems, and when you see the chances, you see that there are some chances for getting legendaries as well. There are some full heroes over here, but these are all crap. I mean, yes, there are some good ones like Flora Poison Ivy, good in Arena and Champions Arena. You can use Bane as a support. Batman is okay, but these characters are not going to help you in the long run. You need to have yeah, I mean, if you get it from some rewards or something, from the solo raid drop, it's great, but initially I don't think opening a hero chest will help you, because when you start playing the game, you get a ton of gems initially, but then after a few days or a few weeks, you will find it difficult to, collect the gems and to collect the resources. And at that point, if you spend those resources that you have on a wrong thing, on a wrong character, on a wrong chest, then it's just gonna, you're just gonna be stuck, on your progress. So make sure that you open the right chest and make sure that you invest your resources on the right character. All right, guys. Now, enough talk about chests. Now, if you are a free-to-play player, then there is one thing that you need to understand, which is that you will have to grind initially a lot. Because this game has its flaws. I have to say that, but if you're a pay-to-win guy, if you are a player that can actually spend some money on the game, then the game is going to be completely easy for you. But if you are someone like me who doesn't really spend any money on the game, then you need to grind out. You need to grind a lot. So I would say initially, if you're having like 4 or 5 good teams, so let me just show this to you. Now I have played around I don't know, 25 matches, which means 5 teams, and look at the ranking that I'm on rank 26. Of course, my teams that I played with are a bit advanced in their threat level and in their stats, so obviously it's going to give me more points, but initially as a beginner or as an intermediate player, you need to have at least 5 to 6 teams with the proper build, and I know what, guys, I'll just leave some of the videos that might help you with the builds at the end of this video in the end screen. So yeah, guys, and let me just show it to you. So I basically play with 5 teams every day, 5 or at the max 6, and those teams are like more than enough for me to get around 20 million points. Sometimes when I lose a few matches, I might end up somewhere around 18 or 17 million points in a day, but usually it is 20 million points. Now the pips got refreshed like a couple of hours ago, but I would have shown it to you because I've played with 5 teams. As you can see, 25 matches, 25 victories actually. I think I only lost like I don't think I have lost any matches because I usually play with I basically refresh the teams if I see them it's a bit difficult. So that is one way, that is one way to avoid losing. So now, how to exactly pick your opponents in the arena in order to get more points. So if you are a beginner, make sure that you fight somewhere over here, you know. Now this level is too low. You know, this may be very easy, but it is also not giving you a lot of points. So, you know, initially, I think to get more points, you should fight a team that is somewhere over here. But if you are confident enough that you can, you know, maintain the gameplay and the combos perfectly, then you can fight over here. You know, it gives you more points, obviously. The chances, if you're having like a beginner's team, your characters are not built well, then there are like more than 50% chances that you might end up losing the match. So this is important, guys. You need to have, you know, you need to have proper teams built up so that you don't lose any matches in arena. Now let me just go and show you guys the rewards that you usually get at the at particular levels when you end up. Okay. So, you know, initially your objective should at least to have to unlock one particular character from arena. And I think it's not going to be that difficult for most of you guys out there. But when you start unlocking characters from arena, things get a lot easier for you because you know, having a character is great, but having a character at 4 stars is even better. So when you start getting characters from here at 3 stars, you should try to push and try to get characters at 4 stars. You know, and the thing is that you know, it's not that difficult, as you can see. I mean, yeah, obviously this account is a bit high advanced account, but you know, even if you have like an account with 5 million roster thread, because my second account is having like 4.4 million roster thread, and still I managed to reach somewhere over here in invincible. So you can imagine that even though my characters are not fully built over there, most of my damage dealers are, I mean, I'm working on them, but most of my damage dealers are like on level 50 or 50, in between 50 or 60 gear level. So you can imagine that how I managed to, you know, get somewhere around invincible position in arena. And as you know, progress in arena, you will also get a lot of gems, and you need to make sure that you save them and spend it on a sale which is on the right chest, like, you know, as I said, LOA chest. And yes, you can also spend your gems on legendary chests when you have a few teams built properly and you think that it's the right time for you to go for the legendary character. And yes, you know, when you get the full characters and everything are already set, I mean, if you have like 6 7 good teams, and you know, reaching legendary spot, it's not going to be a problem for you. All right, guys, now moving on into Champions Arena. Now Champions Arena is one place where you actually can get a lot of gems, a ton of gems from. Now for me, I'm currently on division 4 Vanquisher. I'm going to get 1200 gems and I think 50 shards. Yeah, 50 arcane shards, which is not bad. Yeah, so you know, for setting up a defensive team, so take a look at this. So basically what I do is I put in characters with super shield and reflective abilities over here. A Scarecrow is a character that can actually increase the power cost for the opponent. So this is one character. These are all Supermans which have super shields. This guy is good at atrocities. This guy is great when it comes to you know, doing the reflective damage. And again, Wonder Woman has the super shield. So this is what I prefer to do. You can play around with your defensive team and try to put in the character. Try not to put in the damage dealers over here, so that you would need the damage dealers to defeat other teams too, right? So instead, put some characters that you usually don't think can do a lot of damage. So these all characters are, I mean, those characters which are basically tanks and can take a lot of damage. And I haven't really worked on these characters, as you can see, but when I do, these teams will become insanely strong, and it will be really difficult for any good or great player to defeat them at once, you know. So this is how you need to set up your defensive team. This is what I prefer. Your thoughts and your views might be different. If you feel that there is another way to set up a defensive team, please let me know in the comments. All right, guys. So, and then you would need to have, you know, so at least, so basically there are 3 fights in some matches, and there are 2 fights in some matches, 2 rounds, and each round has 3 characters that you need to defeat. So you know, depending on the you can take a look at the characters over here. I mean, you know, if you go inside, you can also take a look at what artifacts they might have, and what are their stats. Now, I mean, this will take a lot of time, to check every character one by one. So you can just, take a look at look at it over here. If you see like an LOA team over here, or you see a Batman Ninja team or a crazy legendary character, just avoid that team. Just just do not fight with that team. If you take a look at this is a bit easier. It's going to give you 2 points less, but it's going to be like a hell lot easier for you to defeat. And the thing about Champions Arena is that when you reach to a position where you're getting a lot of gems, like when you reach Division 3, 2, then you need to maintain that rank. You need to maintain that position, and for that you need to grind a lot. So as I said, guys, if you are a beginner, if you are, just do not, if you don't have enough time to grind in this game, then your progress will be slow. And if you grind a lot, if you spend your time wisely in this game, then there are chances that you might grow very fast than what you can even imagine about. All right, guys, so now moving on into the other parts of the game now. The most important part over here is the league raids, because this is one place where you can actually exchange the shards. You can spend your time in refreshing the characters. You can request the characters every day in and out. The only thing is that you only can get 10 shards per day. So let's say if there is a guy who is having a lot of Harley Quinn shards in your league, then you can ask the guy, please, be kind enough to donate me some of the shards, and you can build your LOA team, which is Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. So this is how you need to play around. And always try to get your damage dealers in line first, and then go for the support and the other characters. So this is one pretty good way. So let me just show it to you. So at this point, I require some shards for Batwoman the Drowned. So I keep requesting them. I keep requesting Batwoman the Drowned shards every day. Now take a look at this. Lord Lucifer has donated me 10 shards for Batwoman the Drowned. Now it's going to take some time, obviously, but it's a slow process over here. But it's a sure shot process that you will get 10 shards. If your friend or someone in your league has the shards for that particular character that you need. Now take a look at this. Harley Quinn shards have been donated. Harley Quinn shards have been donated over here. So there are a lot of people, who donate and who actually request shards. So this is one way you can actually increase your roster's, performance and, get your characters into line. All right, guys. Now moving on into the video. Let's talk about solo freaking raids. All right, guys. Now I am on Heroic 4. There are people who have just started playing the game, or there are people who are on Heroic 1, 2, or 3. You need to make sure that you play the solo raids every time. Now, there are like a lot of ways which can piss you off in this solo raid. I have to say that, there are times when you will not get a single good reward. But yes, the reason why I'm asking you to play the solo raid is because of the resources that you get. The coins, the gear materials, and then occasionally you get a really good gold character, or maybe if you're lucky someday you might also end up getting a legendary character. So this is something. Now look at these orbs. So the easiest way to get these orbs are from the solo raids. So make sure that you play solo raids every day. It doesn't matter how difficult the boss is, just spend your time, play all the 3 pips in every refresh, and try to finish off the raids as quickly as possible. And eventually you will see that your roster will improve every day, because the resources that you get from solo raids are actually quite good. Gear material and the coins are actually a lot of they give you a lot of coins. Now you might imagine, why do you need coins for? So you need coins to improve your heroes abilities, like special 1, 2, and 3. You just need to level them up with coins, and you need a ton of coins to do that. So you will get a ton of coins from solo raids. And then you get the particular solo raid artifact fragment, which is also important. So it's just not the character, but it's also the artifacts that you can get. You will most probably end up by getting an Azure artifact, but if you're lucky, you might also end up getting a solo raid artifact, which will eventually increase the performance of your roster in that particular solo raid. All right, guys. All right. So now moving on into the league raids again. Now, the raid is not going on currently. But at the moment we are doing tier 7 league raids, and whenever the league raids are on, you need to make sure that you play all the pips over there as well, because if you don't play anything in the in the league raids, then there are chances that you might not get you will definitely not get good rewards. You need to make sure that you play. Doesn't matter what damage you're doing at that particular moment. You still need to play the pips. You need to make sure that if you're having king, make sure that you play the pip every single day whenever the raid is on, and try to get at least under rank 10. Because that is where you will at least start getting some good rewards under rank 10. So make sure that you play the raids every time, and make sure that you get yourself above rank 10. And the reason why I'm asking you to do that is because you will get a few shards and a few artifacts from there as well. Let me take you to the inbox and show you guys the rewards. Okay, raid completed. So this is how you will get the rewards. Now there are other people as well. Now I was in rank 1, so I got an nth metal artifact, nth metal armor, and then there are 3 gears for different characters. One is level 60 gear, which is insane. And you get these league credits, and you get the artifact fragments for Azure artifacts, and then there is 1 orb. So you can actually use these league credits to buy shards from the league store. If you have duplicate gears, you can shatter them to get more resources, and you can obviously use this is actually a good artifact which can be used on a legendary character. So this is a good artifact. So you need to make sure that you at least stay on at least under rank 10 to get some good rewards. And this is how you need to work around this game. There are times when you will see that it doesn't matter how much time you spend, you just cannot go through, you just cannot penetrate that particular phase in this game. But do not worry. There are times when people feel that this game is just dumb and it's stupid. It's because they don't know what to do and what not to do. After watching this video, I'm pretty sure that you have gotten a pretty good idea that what to do and what not to do in order to improve your roster. So guys, if you have any questions about this video or about the things that I just said in this video, please let me know in the comments. Any thoughts or any tips or any advice are always welcome. Please let me know those as well in the comments. And yeah, I guess that is it for the video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, give it a like, and let's meet again in the next video. Until then, guys, you have a great day. Take care of yourselves, be blessed, and stay safe. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.